So let's move through these movements then. Jack in the boxes, push in, breathing in, breathing. So the second part to that is from here, we're going to twist and push here. The hand turn, push and twist, gather. You probably want to exhale into that. Okay, just a few times. Okay. I tend to have the right hand on the outside, but it doesn't matter. Okay, cup the hands, and we're just going to get this nice movement from sternal notch, heavenly crevice, down, under the lower belly, and then back up. So just get the hand movement going first of all. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, and then the next stage is to get that, feel like you stretch you open, lifting up, and you settle into the quad. Breathing in. Breathing out. You may feel something moving up through the body, away, and settling back down towards the other. And keep going with that. If you want to go a bit wider, you can do it in a Magpie stance, so you can sink right. Or just part way. So look for a feeling to the core of the body. Then when you get to here, we'll just open. So we're ready to go into the third movement. So we're going to break out, and that's opens the chest and makes you look up a little bit. And then bow the body here, and then get the wave going. Raking from chest down the arms and out to the horizons. And lift all the way. Spinal wave. Don't throw the head around too much, but do make it move. You can try a little slower if you want. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, and forward and down. That's great. And just relax. And front back, just to make sure there's no tension. Tapping. Oh, good. So number 4, part the clouds. So not this version that we do in Shibashi 1. Okay. This version where we roll the hands. So we don't have to do a big sink, roll, look up, little sink into the quad. Breathing in. Breathing out. Stroke the air, beautiful dome. Keep going. And if you wish, you can go a little bit wider, and you can Think a little bit like the second exercise, or it can be done here. No strain into the knees. The arms come up in the air, it looks like you're separating the clouds. Separate, go stroke inside the dome. Beautiful, and this lovely rolling in the hand. See if you get it opposite the heart space, even better, but don't get too caught up in that. There's a little look up, sink down through to the earth. That's great. Up, we're going to stop at the chest. Turn the hands ready. And come up and turn. We're ready for the next set. Number 5 now. Push away, look away. So remember that. And back. So you look away, push away. Extending to the first finger. That's the exhalation there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push the chin out. Keep going with that. So the hand comes to this gate here, elbow rounded underneath. So underneath, into the fingers. Okay, take your first finger. Come back to centre. Elbows heavy. Other side. Back. Great. Generating discernment. And then from the middle, little stretch up. Let the hands drift down heavily. Separate here. So here. And then the breaststroke. Here. So 2 metal exercises in a row. And then pushing diagonally up. That's the exhalation. Breathe in. Breathe out. It's off the body. Just maybe point stimulating. Push away. Cloud open here. Cloud gate open. Sit in the quad. Perched on the high stool. So we sit, not squat. Coming in here now, turn the hands over and make fists. So that's the movement there, come out. Just if you want to look at the nice smooth transitions, make fists. Now I'm going to step behind with, activate one side of the body, I'm going to step here, and the other side. Diagonal, diagonal. So you can step back a long way, or it could just be a little step behind. But it's getting that stretch through that side of the body. Heel moving away, heel and palm move, switch through the body. Back. Could be a small stretch. Become too far around diagonally. Face the diagonal. There. Okay. Couple more. Then you may feel you want it, so exhale, breathe in, Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Push away. Discharge anything. Release anything that needs to be released. Last one. Activate the middle fingers here. Midline, not across the body. If you can feel it, where you come to that midline. Turn. Center of the chest. Point. Gather. Exhale. Breathing in. Look for that really elastic quality. Like you've been drawn in. It's like the center of the earth is tugging you down and the sky is lifting you up, but you're looking for that elastic stretch in the body. And then come back. Lovely rotation. Lao Gong to Lao Gong. It can be done with a little step and back. If you want to, we've not really explored that very much. Exhale as the hands move away. Breathe in as they come together. Breathe out as they come apart. Breathe in as they come together. Look for that elastic stretch. That's great. So, from the middle here, hands open up, the side, and then we've got these two circles here. Okay. So as they come over the top and back down, that's when you sink back. You sit back, coming up. So turning the water wheel. Head becomes light, lifts you up. No strain at the knees. And then tucking the tailbone under. Back. Up. Exhale as you sink. Breathe in. Come. Not too narrow. Here. Don't exaggerate the pull back in. The kidney exercise, water exercise. Activate Lao Gong, make sure they're stretched open here. And then, when you're ready, form a Qi ball. Just play around with your Qi ball. In the other set, it will come diagonal to diagonal, okay? So, left arm up, other hand underneath. You're going to come across the left and then really rotate that ball so the right arm can come across and then you sweep. The up hand is moving across the body and then this lovely rotation. I love this movement. And back. Really make the form tangible. Qi ball clown. Don't worry about the break. Turn into the quad. Nothing angular. Let the upper body feel a little lighter and the lower half of the body feeling quite yin. Rotate the ball. Elbows down, keep shoulders relaxed. Okay. Back. Good. So we've got a few versions of wave arms like cloud or cloud hand. Okay. So Shaolin exercise now. So let's do the stretch for it first, which is quite a lunge forward, gap for the hips. Don't have the toes underneath, so you can really open your Achilles tendon and have a good stretch. Lean in, extend. Let's use the quad here. Lean the body. So look at the front leg. You're not pushing it too far for parallel or perpendicular to the earth. Over here. Other side. You want the foot turn, the toes facing forward on back foot. Just play around with like distance. Lean in, extend, get the stretch going. Lengthen to the whole of the back, out through the crown. Okay, that's just a preparatory stretch really. Okay, so left foot forward first. Have a little gap. The foot can turn out to diagonal in a normal way, so you're not having to turn it in, okay? Okay, as you lean in, so play around with the distance. That's the breath in. And then exhale here. Sink down the back of the body and through to the earth, and then breath. Extension. Okay, there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. So when you're ready, swap legs. Gap. Nice use. Yeah. So push down the line of the back leg. Extend out to the crown. Back. Good. Activates the back of the body. Nice sink through here. May work nicely on through the weight, relaxing around the ankles, opening ankles down. Okay. Good. Release that. Have a shake out. Now, just for a short while, we'll do the holding the power stance associated with this. Okay, so if you want, you can do a big lunge forward. More body more upright here. And just hold. So lift the arms up. Tempted to do this, but try not to. Just let the body open. Sink through between the feet. Keep breathing. Release. Do the other side. Get the gap. So how far do you want to lunge forward? Body more upright. Sink down. Hands behind you. Lift it up. Open the chest. Hips square. release that. Shake off. It's quite a strong movement now. Okay. Next one. People have been watching Spring Watch and seen wonderful birds, goshawks coming through the woods. So get the arm moving first with the movement in the hip. Between the two trees and then banks back out. So out, back in, and then out again. It comes in with the hip. So hand comes along the outside of the arm, back. Just to get the arm movement. Try the other side. The one arm that scoops back, turns out, back in and out. Or it's like a swooping swallow. So, on the outside of the arm here. So the full movement, we won't do the stepping. Bow starts with right foot forward. Here, you're going to come forwards, back. Sweep down the arm, back of the arm, the palm, sweep the yin channels on the inside of the arm. Okay, should we swap sides? The left foot forward now. Start the back leg. Down arm, in and out, and sweep back, sink down the back leg. Come forwards, come back. Get the whole body moving. We'll do it slower. Okay, and release. Shake off. So there's your 12 minutes. Another bow stance one. Left foot forward. Before we go off to the diagonal with the ball, Bruce Brance's exercise, let's just get the ball coming forwards and back over the top. You get the forward motion of the ball coming over the top and back in. Now, I want you to take that ball out to the diagonal, but you're still sort of facing forwards with the lower half of the body. You can do it the opposite direction. You come underneath, back in, and across. So it's very much about taking the ball off to the diagonal, to the corner. Okay. Keep your ball. Swap. Come over the top and underneath, or underneath and over the top. Forwards first of all, just to get the sense of weight shift. And then when you're ready, take it out to the side, both directions. Over the top first, doesn't matter which way round. So it can have a nice stretch quality. So don't lock the back knee, but leg straight, leaning into it. And then the other direction. Okay. The other thing you can do is you can play around with it being a little bit wider stance, so really big and open in the hips. So there's a lot more free movement in the hips and less bend in the quad. So rather than a little line wide, a bit like when we're doing push granny on the bus. So A lot more space and fluidity of movement here. The big wide stance. Okay. So there we go. That's the 13th movement. 14, punch and grasp and pull back. Punch first of all, turn the hand, and as you pull back, that gives the power to the other one. Turn and grasp, punch. And it can be done slowly. Nice movement here. Grasp, pull back, punch. Turn, grasp, pull back, punch. Okay. If you want, then the other thing to do is you can do it. Return here, punch, turn. A lot more martial. Okay. Here. You can play around with it. Lovely movement there, grasp, pull back and punch. Okay, release. Guanyin exercise, just feel this energy moving up and down through the core of the body. So from here, release. Just feel the length of the arm. So you're reaching out to help the world. Taming the dragon. So the arm, both arms just come up to shoulder height. Nice turn. Down. Don't be too close to the body, and then back up. So the calming qualities, calming. You can just rise a little bit on, lift the heels up and sink back down if you wish. That's a variation. I don't know, I've mentioned that before. So look at that feeling moving through the body. Arms are heavy and relaxed. Now let me turn here. Heart center. Guanyin calms, tames the dragon. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Okay. Take one arm across the other. Windmill. Leave a little forward, not too far. The cross body forward and then the turn. And keep the legs straight. And then you can swap directions. So the arm comes across the body. My left is lean down. That almost drags the right. And you can go a little lower if you want. It's up to you. Be careful. Or it can be just a little lean. So play around. Careful if you've got backing. Okay. Quite a powerful exercise that. So do mind your back in that one. Good for toning the midriff and using all your core strength in that one. Relax. You don't lock the knees on the straight leg. Okay. Sit at the moment. You don't quite dynamic. That's some white crane. The white crane. Okay, now it's a medical Qigong move with the left hand first, hand in the waist. Come across and pick up the right foot, take the weight here 3 times. Weight. Okay. So keep doing that, so across, pick up this right foot, so the weight's down. So you can tell the weight's down. And if you want, you can do a bigger scoop. It can be, quite a big scoop here, and you can sink back, you come up and round, or it can be gentle. So normally do it in 3s, and we pause, let the chi drain down and fill the kidney. Come back to the middle, double weighted, the other hand comes in. Start small, coming in, going to pick up the left foot now, as you peel it off, weight sinks right through. 3, big circles, and then pause, breathe gently. You feel you're breathing into your back as well as the belly, whilst you're really sunk over the Shou Gong bubbling spring. If you want, you can go lower, pick it up, breathe out, going down, breathe in, going up. If you want to put breath in, 3 times. Pause, sink. As you're facing forward, you're twisting the body into the qua, bubbling spring, back to there. Rub right over the kidney. That's your penultimate exercise in this set. And the one I'm really enjoying at the moment is this self-healing last exercise. Okay, so there's like a scoop down to the heart. There's an opening up to the far horizon. Dabble your hands up in the stars in front of the body. Comes down. I really like this feeling when it opens up diaphragm and the spleen and liver. And then it's this lovely scoop and sink into the earth here. And then lift back up. Breath in, lift to there, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out all the way, big long gentle exhalation. You feel like drawn to the earth and then scoop up the earth, chi. The heart, out the horizons, exhaling there. Breathe in. Breathe out. If the breath's getting in the way, just do it your own way without worrying about the breath. Here we go. That's it. That's good. Lovely. Nice. Scoop. So it could just be a little scoop. It's up to you. Tip it into the heart. Spread it out. Exhaling. Coming up. So we just do one more to finish, and we'll scoop up overlap the hand into the lower belly. So on your last one, wherever you are, just finish your last one, your own time, and just light but connected placement here. Get the weight evenly balanced over the face. Release, coming up and down. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one. Think of it well. Shake off. That's it. Have a good shake off, brush off, stand. Get the crown facing here. Wash, brush off. That's it. Yeah. Come on. Okay, good. I'll do the 3 bounds. So, that's you for chance practice and for all teaching teachers, past, present. So, be aware of what you've generated for yourself, share it to all be. Anyone in particular you want to share it with? No limits for the benefit of all. Peace, good health, and happiness. Okay, well done everyone. Thanks again.